What started out originally as a strategy RPG crossover of the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series ended up taking quite a dramatic twist early in development, and ended up forging a more unique identity in the form of Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE, a Persona-style turn-based RPG that has its roots soaked in anime and Japanese pop culture.
After these? Who could have seen that coming?
Even if you're a huge fan of Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei, there's a good chance you've had intentions but never got around to playing Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE when it originally launched on Wii U in the West in 2016. Because, honestly, not a lot of people did. Regardless of its high review scores, the combination of the Wii U's low install base and the fact that many fans were expecting a very different Fire Emblem Shin Megami Tensei experience overall just didn't bode well for sales. But thankfully, this Japanese pop idol of a game is getting called back on stage for an encore on Switch, and it's bringing some new content along with it.
I'm Zion from Nintendo Life, and today we're here to give you the rundown on Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore, where its Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei inspirations lie, and why you should be excited about this JRPG returning to the Nintendo Switch.
Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore is a joint effort between Atlas, Intelligent Systems, and Nintendo, and is set in a fictional version of modern-day Tokyo in which humans can unlock hidden creative energy within themselves, known as Performa. This Performa power can then be used in conjunction with beings from another world known as Mirages. Now, most of these Mirages just want to steal your Performa and watch your world burn, but a select few actually want to help protect it and will aid you in battle. You play as Itsuki Aoi, a high school student who learns to control his Performa to help his friends take on the overwhelming force of Mirages. But Itsuki and his friend Tsubasa quickly learn that this newfound power of theirs comes with a slight caveat. To enhance their skills and continue fighting, they have to dive headfirst into the Japanese entertainment industry. On your journey into stardom, you'll meet a wide cast of characters who, most of which will eventually join you in the fight against the Mirages, and a lot of them will also fall into some very typical anime tropes. As we've stated before, the game borrows elements both from the Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei series. Characters from Fire Emblem take the form of your ally Mirages, like Chrom of Awakening and Sita of Shadow Dragon. You'll acquire Fire Emblem weapons throughout the game, and fans will even notice the level up jingle has carried over too. As for Shin Megami Tensei, the references and comparisons are a bit thicker. The majority of skills your characters use, like Zio, Dia, and Bufu, have all been carried over. Battles take place in an alternate dimension known as the Idolosphere, which is similar to how battles go down in Persona. There's a special area that you use to enhance your abilities of your characters and Mirages, which has a blue door just like the Velvet Room, and there's even a convenience store themed around the Jack Brothers. There are more references sprinkled throughout the adventure that we could mention, but we'll save some of those for you to discover on your own. One other large factor that pulls this even closer to a Shin Megami Tensei or Persona title is its turn-based battle system. In battle, you'll have control of 3 different characters who are all buddied up with their own friendly neighborhood Mirage. Think demons or personas. And they all end up morphing into weapons for you to wield. Each character can do all these standard turn-based battle moves you'd expect. They can attack, guard, use an item or a skill, which is like magic, and so forth. But one unique feature is the Session Attack, which allows each character to string together extra attacks when you hit an enemy with its weakness, depending on if your teammates have learned the corresponding Session skill. As you level up your characters and partake in side quests, you'll gain new Session skills that will allow your teammates to jump in more often. It definitely helps keep battles interesting to watch and makes the game overall more fun to play. However, something that is very plainly covered up is the darker tone often found in Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei games. There are some dreary moments here and there, but those moments have sort of taken a backseat to a world full of bubbly and eccentric anime-style characters, pop idols, and the music they create. It can be a little eye-opening for anyone who doesn't really watch anime or isn't aware of the culture behind it, but if you can get past the idea of Tiki calling you her big brother, there's a lot to love tucked into this game. And you can tell Tiki not to call you that, but then she just goes and makes you feel bad about it. So yeah, you really have no choice. And plus, anyone who's already played through Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE on Wii U will be happy to hear this new Encore edition on Switch has a few new features that could pique your interest. Encore includes a new dungeon, new songs and music videos, new costumes, and a few previously unplayable characters will now jump in and join your battle with these session attacks. The main playable characters, the story, and the overall identity that wraps around Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE are entirely its own, and in many ways, it reminds us of Disney's and Squaresoft's first collaboration, Kingdom Hearts. You have some characters and elements you remember from their past games, but things aren't exactly the same. Those two companies took a few ingredients from their own franchises and planted them with the seeds of something new, and watched it blossom into the behemoth of a franchise it is today.
Which is kind of a confusing mess, but that's beside the point.
You don't have to be a huge fan who's played every Fire Emblem and Shin Megami Tensei title under the sun to enjoy this game. You just have to be a fan of good JRPGs. Atlus and Nintendo worked together to create something fresh and new, and sure, it may not appeal to everyone with its heavy anime and pop idol influence, but the love and attention to detail that went into this game is apparent, and we're happy to see Tokyo Mirage Sessions Sharp FE Encore join the Switch's never-ending library of games.